Alright, so we are day 3. Should be the last day unless I think of some more stuff to do. I'm going to got this corn pile here. So my neighbor, he just dumped some old corn that he had. It's not on my property. It's actually right on the property line. It's on his side. But you can tell it's spoiled. It's rotten. It stinks really bad. So I'm just grab the shovel and I'll just toss it into the woods or something. Just kind of get it out of the open. Had to make sure he wasn't hunting that pile, though. They like to hunt over corn. So I had to make sure he wasn't, like I say, hunting that pile, because I come out here and put the shovel to it and don't want to mishap. So I'm gonna get to that, and then I saw a couple trees back in there that I may want to use may hang a ladder stand on, or even use my climber. But there's just a little bit of cleanup I need to do, kind of cut some shooting lanes. So I brought the chainsaw. Hopefully I got enough fuel. Might be dicey, but get a little bit of that done, and then wrap it up. But I'll take you along for the ride. So just stay tuned. We'll check in later. Okay, so this is it's a really small corridor between the area that I'm kind of getting established as the larger bedding area over on this side, and the food plot, which is right out here. So I'll probably throw a camera in here, and this is the scrape. There's a mock scrape right here. I've got a camera on the scrape. I'll probably put a camera maybe on this tree right here, facing out, just to see if there's much traffic coming this way. So that area is not obviously not established, as a bedding. Not enough undergrowth has grown up and whatnot. But in the future it's going to get a little thicker and whatnot. And then the other food plot is right through the woods, straight through here. So I'm thinking of using this tree or this tree. And from there, I may have a decent shot coming this way down this little corridor. Obviously, if it passes right in front of the stand. And then if I'm elevated, so from here down into the food plot to about where that first tree is, that's about a 25-yard shot. And it's so as far as clearance and underbrush. I'll probably clear some of that out. But like for now, I'm going to come through and just cut that out. I'll probably cut this out. Just basically make it a little bit of a clear shooting lane from here, down a little farther into this corridor, and then cut a little bit of the brush out of there so I can get a clear shot into the plot. So I'm going to do that first before it starts to get too warm, and then on to the other stuff. So I'll set you up here so you can come along. All right, give me a second. All right, this is much, much better. So the two trees are here, and here. And you can see that's a very, very, very clear shot out to the plot. I'll just turn around. You know, it looks directly out into the plot. So I'm going to go and just clear a little bit of the brush back in here behind where I would put the stand. Just in case, you know, had anything, if they come to this food plot through the woods here, which they do, then may be able to get a shot through there as well. So, gonna put this down and clear some out and then move some of these trees out of the way. All right, so I'm in the food plot at the tree, and from here to the two trees here and here, it's just under 30 yards. And about the same distance from here to this tree here, just under 30. So you can see it's much different. I cleared that out. I'm not too concerned about like this little brush right here. I think I'll be well enough above that to be clear, a clear shot. So let's take you in here really quick, and then I gotta move on because it is getting warm. So everything in there that I cut down, I just went ahead and pulled it up on the side. So, I mean, I wouldn't call this a funnel, right? Probably more of a guide. This passage is already relatively clear, and I know they like the path of least resistance. So, coming from here, and I think this is actually going to be pretty nice once it gets grown up and nice and thick and everything. Coming from here down this path, you can just kind of see how the trees on the side just kind of open it kind of just one way, and then I'll be doing good if I can get them to stop anywhere between here. So now I'm glad I walked this because I'm gonna have to take this down too. If I can get them to stop from that tree, a clear shot from there, anywhere up really until they get almost to the mock scrape right here. And then once they either continue forward or turn that corner a little bit, then I'll have a good sight, good vision from that way down. So got it cleared out in here really good. Nothing really obstructing my view. And then a little bit back that way also if they're coming this way through the woods. So I'm going to knock those down because they are clearly an obstruction. And I'm not sure the distance from here. There's probably, I don't know, it's under 25, maybe 20 or so. I don't know. But I definitely don't want that in my way. So I'm going to grab the chainsaw off the side by side and knock those down real quick and then move on. Whew. All right. So I'm over at the plot 1. This is Pawpaw's plot. And I just did some real quick chainsaw work. So this, I mean, you can tell by what's down, but this was really kind of just kind of cluttered. So this tree and that tree right here, right? No, yeah, this tree. I'm sorry. So those are going to be the trees that I look at probably using for a stand. Again, don't know if I want to do a ladder stand there or just use my climber. I'm more comfortable with my climber on these because they're a little bit thicker going all the way up. The one that I just showed you over right in there, which is kind of between that bedding area and the other plot is just right on the other side of that woods. But that particular tree was a little thin as it went up. So I may be more comfortable putting a ladder stand in there just for a little bit more support. But in any case, so I came in here and cleared up. Everything was really growing up around the tree, so there wasn't really any kind of access, any way to get in here and even get up with a climber, much less, drag a ladder stand in here. So I cleared that up, and then I went out to right there. You can kind of see there's a little logging road right there. So I just went out there and kind of with the chainsaw turned around and cut my way back. Just cleared it so that I'd be able to see and find my way. And I'll probably put up some tacks, the little reflective tacks. So if I'm coming in before the sun is up, I'll be able to find my way through. But this is it from the inside. So you can see it's much clearer. You know, I'll drag that out of the way. That's no big deal. Probably won't do anything with this. It's not disturbing anything. So yeah, and then so this is kind of in the middle, right? So it's from ground level, it's definitely in the way. But I'm thinking if I'm up around 18 or 20 feet, that should be out of the way for a clear shot into the food plot. And again, these distances are about the same. Nothing is really over 30 yards. And if it is, I just won't, it's not a shot that I'm comfortable taking right now. So I just wait for a better shot. But this is the switchgrass and miscanthus and dog fennel screen. So I'll be able to access this, from the logging road. Won't have to really walk through the plot at all. And this is second year switchgrass. So I'm hoping year 3, it'll get some height. So like down there is nice and tall. That's 7, maybe 8 feet easily. This is a little shorter, but, there's a couple areas in here that are tall, but I'm hoping it'll kind of fill in once that dog fennel dies. I hit the dog fennel with crossbow yesterday. So hopefully that'll get to that. There's some of the giant miscanthus is in here. And, obviously I'm hoping for that to get some good height, some good density on it.